I could have taken the bishop for around 3 moves. Oh my gosh. You're right. You're right. I was sitting on the same row as the bishop. I moved it up there to attack the bishop, and I just assumed he would move it. Oh my. My oh my. Okay, wake up. Time to wake up. We got a queen's gambit here. Yep, could have taken it. Okay, this is a queen's gambit declined. One of those classical openings. So I'm playing this to allow the win hour variation if he wants to play it, but we'll see. See what he does. Yeah, he just is leaving the center there. So eventually, when it's safe, I will just support the center with my pawn, so I won't have to move my bishop like now. And he's being aggressive here with his pawns. I don't want to take that. I'll let him take, and I'll take back, and I'll have the famous hanging pawns formation. But maybe I'll do this, see if it annoys him a little bit. He didn't respond to that. The idea was if he takes, I would take his bishop attacking the queen, so he had to take back first. But now my bishop looks kind of out of the way, huh? Let's move this knight out of the way. Although he could kick it. But then I'll have a target for my rook. Okay, knight up here. I think I will move this knight back here. I'm going to play f4 and then knight back and then up to e5. I didn't want to go to e5 right away because when he takes, I can't take back because of the hanging. It wasn't hanging. I just didn't like opening up that so soon at the moment. And now I always have to be watchful for this pawn takes pawn opening up the diagonal for the bishop. Of course, he has to be watchful too. So I don't know. We'll see if we overlooked anything this game. There it is. Yeah, so I have to take the bishop first. Well, actually, my bishop is defended. I think I want to take his bishop, though. That's the idea. Okay, it does mess up my plan of playing f4 and getting a knight here. Maybe I could still do it. I prefer it when there's a pawn on e3 defending the center. Okay, no, he's just a kind of player that likes to tear things up. Tear them up, tear them down. Okay, so let's first put some pressure on the queen. And he's threatening to mate me, so we have to respond to that in some way. I was wondering if I could just put a bishop here. Maybe a knight. I put a knight here. He takes, and then I'll get a bishop there. And I can always take his knight with check if he doesn't take back. He seems very happy to just trade. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. Let's double up the rooks. Knight here, rook here. Would just dissolve everything, I guess. So he doesn't want my knight jumping in. Okay, so rook here, check, check. King up here. Okay, now I'm threatening mate. So even if he attacks my queen, I can go check. He takes, I go check, and it's mate. Yeah, so he blocks with his bishop. Now, if I push that pawn, he can just take it, I guess. I can do this first. So now if I attack the... he's set up a counterpin. I guess he was looking to trade some more. This defends the back rank mate if he tries to take and mate me. A little bit by coincidence, actually. I was kind of not seeing all the threats there. So he wants to take my pawn. I wanted to push the pawn, but I could go here first. So if I went back here and he took my knight, I go check, rook takes, check, queen moves, and then I take it, and it looks like I win the queen. Oh, but I get mated at the end. Let's go here. You can do that, huh? Okay. Just attack his rook and maybe push my pawn forward. This is the third higher rated player in a row. They give me a hard time here. Of course, if I want to get back up to the 1800 range, I need to be able to defeat these players. Can we do analysis afterwards? Yeah, I'll see. I will try to remember. He can move his rook here, forking my queen and rook. Ah, I can take his rook. I guess this is a better move than I thought. It's a fork. And the rook can't move here to defend the other rook. That's why he's thinking for so long. Accidental genius, exactly. Well, they say loose pieces drop off, and he did have two loose pieces. His queen and his knight. His queen was loose before. He moved his queen to a secure spot, but so maybe that was actually a poison pawn, because that was the next move after rook takes c4. Yeah, rook takes c4, queen b5. Yeah, so he couldn't take that pawn, I don't think. The old poison pawn trick. Is he just going to let his time run out? He resigned. Okay. So, yeah, let's go to the analysis board. See which move did you care about? See, I can turn this on. See if anything jumps out at me. So, looking about even. I was going to suggest queen e2 on move 28, but your move was so genius that now you feel like a fool. Yeah, so it seems this was all even. This exchange, it says, was good for white. So I have a slight edge here. Didn't like the bishop move. That was a little too cute. But still about even. And didn't like the knight move. And now black is slightly better instead of white being slightly better, but still about even. Okay, yeah, about even. And then now it's I'm down a pawn. What should I have done here? I should have played d5 and shut his bishop out. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And these, if I, when I take, it exposes attacks along these pieces lined up on the d file. So yeah, d5 makes sense. Okay, but I took. Now, black is better. Black is better if he takes with the knight, not with the queen. What's the trick? This is the only move where black is better. Because it opens up, yeah, it opens up the d file. So I can try and save things, but he can also put pressure on the d file, pinning the bishop. Gets hard, makes my position very awkward. So he missed his chance, and he took with the queen instead, and now it's even again. And yeah, this is all even. This was just too direct as far as attacks goes. It was not really going to lead anywhere. And then now this is good for me, although it says I should play the knight first. Why is this good? Because I get to this square, which is where I was heading. I was trying to get that there. So I could have started the journey already, but I hadn't thought of that idea yet. I was still thinking about doubling my rooks. So this is even. And this is... It's going back and forth. This is good for black because now he can bring his rook down and harass my queen. But he didn't do it. He put his queen there, setting up for tricks or trades. But, that was a bit of a risky move because the queen is undefended there. Anyway, this is even. And then this is good for white. The attack on the queen. And this is still good for white, and he couldn't take that pawn. And after I play here, that is the refutation. Yeah, this is the only move. Queen b5 was the only move. So queen e2 would save a pawn. and it would be about even as well. Okay, let's see. Well, now that we've won a game, I'll go ahead and make an announcement I wanted to make. So I had a surgery scheduled for December 15th, but it was moved to January. So it's going to be January 15th. So anyway, I'm good for the rest of the year. And then probably sometime in January, I'll stop broadcasting for a while. There's like a recovery period after the surgery, so I don't know how quickly I will get back to streaming, but I'll be streaming between now and then. And so just letting you guys know what's going on. Let's see if we can get a new game here. Thank you, Sleeping Bird. This is okay, French defense, right? I did c5, I did e5. Let's try e6. Okay, he's playing the advanced French by a roundabout way. Okay, so that's a way to solve the problem of the advanced French. You just give up your bishop for a knight. Not the best way to solve it, I don't think, but it's a solution. I'm curious what he'll do here. Yeah, he did do that. Okay, I'll just step back. If he comes out to check me, I have the bishop here, so. And I don't think this structure with the knight here is good. In fact, I have this check right away, don't I? Okay, it seems like that knight is asking to be kicked. Yeah, let's just take the knight. And then drop back with the queen. Well, I'll take this first, I guess. And he resigned, yeah. And I could have also developed the bishop here and threatened mate, but let's get somebody new. Back to e4. Oh, the Philidor defense. This is a classic mistake because you can take, trade queens, and then win a pawn. And what do you do here? I forget. Hey, it's just a mistake because you have the bishop pair advantage right off the bat. Let's go for the mate, huh? So let's get castled like I wanted to do. See if his queen feels useless over here. It'd be nice to get a knight here because then I could put a bishop here and force his queen away. So knight here to here. He's allowing it. It was kind of a slow plan, but now I can put the bishop here. If I chase the queen away, maybe I'll be able to pick up a pawn here. So he stops that. I could put some pressure on this pawn. So I'm planning to develop the bishop out this way. Okay, I can't take it, huh? I can't take it. How annoying. If I go here with the bishop, he takes with check. I'd have to take with the... I go here, he takes the knight, I take back, he takes, I take. Yeah, I guess that's the best I can do. This way, at least with the queen trade, this pawn is hanging. With the queen trade, then my weakened king position is not so important. Yep, he gets back the... he gets back the advantage of the bishop pair. So let's see, I could put my bishop here. Yeah, let's just push some pawns. See what he's going to do. I could lift my rook up and come over here to the G file. Try and use the advantage of the bishop attacking on both sides of the board. So he opened up his pawn structure there. Oh, and castled queenside. That's interesting. So I've got a check here now. Let's see if I can get a passed pawn. So he's just trading, huh? Well, if he takes with the rook, then I will take the pawn. So he has to take back with the pawn. Or so I thought. So now I have 2 passed pawns. More than I ever hoped for. Yeah, let's step up, defend those pawns. And the bishop is doing a nice job of restraining these pawns. Yeah, so now he's gradually pushing. We can still fight here. Okay, if I go here, there's checks here and here. Not a problem. And start pushing this pawn. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure where the knight is going. Going around here? Here? Oh, he wants to push that pawn. Let's just keep pushing this one, huh? Check here. But then the rook is in the way of the bishop. I was going to say check here and then push the pawn through, but just pushing the pawn, I guess, is the way to go. Okay, check. The bishop supports this pawn. Ah, he takes my knight. Oh, what a bum. What a bum. Cutting it close here. But that is the advantage of the bishop. Okay, we got a queen. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay. Wow. What a game. Let's just go to the analysis board for a second here. What did I do? So it's just a Philidor defense. There's something wrong with this. Yeah, taking was right. Queen takes, pawn takes. Then he played, oh, I did that. So the right move is to swing the queen over first. I brought the bishop out first. It's still good, actually. Still good. Then the queen over. Yeah, this is just a win for white out of the opening. So it's just a bad opening. Don't do that. So the other point here is that if you take and he takes back, then you trade queens and then take the pawn. And this is also a win for white. So anyway, this pin is just not effective when you're in this situation playing the Philidor defense. You really have to take the pawn. It says knight d7 is playable too, but taking the pawn is the top choice. Knight d7, that's that one. I guess that's defending the pawn. Okay. Yeah, so the way I played it, it was a little bit out of order, but we ended up in the same kind of position. And then what did I do? I castled. It says just bringing the knight out is even stronger. I guess because you can force the queen to move again, and this pawn was not in any danger. So now it's just a slight advantage for white after all of this. And this is even. So I've squandered my opening advantage. And we got an even game. And then he just blew the end game. What was his big mistake? Yeah, his big mistake was taking with the rook. He had to take with the pawn here. Even so, it's a slight advantage for white. I mean, a pawn advantage for white. So, yeah, when I played this pawn up, he had to take. That was his first mistake here. And after that, there's an advantage for white no matter what he did. And then taking here makes the advantage even bigger. So I'm effectively 2 pawns up. I have 2 passed pawns, and he doesn't. And then I got into this crazy sequence here because I thought, I thought queening was just winning. But okay, move the king, move the rook with check first to get it away from that. And then I can queen here, and this is winning well enough of a win. So I made life difficult for myself. What did I play? Yeah, I just left the rook there and queened, but he can take the queen and then take the rook, and now it's it says it's still +4 for white. So it's actually still winning for white all the way, but you had to play carefully. Like this move was a mistake. Oh no, it's still winning. Never mind. That move was the mistake. I should have stepped up here. So he had some drawing chances, but after that knight move, I think it's all over. Oh no, this is okay. He had some drawing chances along the way, but I did manage to win in the end. Let's get another game. Okay, black. And yeah, e4 again. Everybody's playing e4 today. So let's play the center counter. I haven't played that yet. And then I'll go back to playing a Sicilian. I play the knight out as my move in the Scandinavian here. So this is fine. I think I'll fianchetto the bishop. I think there's a choice of developing your light squared bishop or fianchettoing the dark squared bishop, but I'll do that. That's odd. Just defend the knight there, see if he wants to take it. Now, I want to push the pawn to e4. Maybe I'll bring the knight out first, so I'm developing it properly. I guess there's a danger there. There is a danger. Here, let's kick this bishop. Okay, knight here, followed by e5. He takes, I take, he takes, I take. Then he can win a pawn over here maybe, but not with his bishop in front of the queen. So I guess this is still fine. Yeah, there was some thing where I was worried about him taking the knight and then winning this pawn in the end. Oh, he wants to do that. It's okay. To make sure this stays defended, so king to h7 maybe. It's a move I need to play soon. If he pushes, I will take twice, yeah. So he takes. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get that. And if he pins me here, I can take here with check and get out of the pin that way. Now I have a place to put my light squared bishop, attacking this pawn. Looking good. I went with the... I have to... yeah, I have to keep the h-pawn defended, so I have to take with the queen. I am attacking his b-pawn. Okay, he defended it. Let's step up with the king now, so don't have to worry so much about not moving the bishop. Now if I attack here, I can defend it. I wonder where the best move is. Maybe over here for now. I didn't want to get in the way of the bishop. This light squared bishop, I want to develop that to this square. Bring a rook to the center. So I just wanted to get my queen where he couldn't kick it. He was threatening to just keep bouncing it around. Okay, so yeah, let's add up some pressure on here. It looks like he's wants to push this pawn, force me to move my knight, and then take here. But I can't do it right away because there's a pin there. Okay, so we can skewer his bishops. I think that may have been a mistake. He gets to move it with tempo. But now he has a piece hanging. So if I could move my queen somewhere threatening. But there's no really threatening queen move. Guess we'll go there and then bounce down to here if he keeps attacking me. So he has to do something about the light squared bishop, I think. I could try doubling my rooks here. That would be lifting up the rook and protecting the b pawn would be useful. Yeah, he keeps attacking my queen. Where was it? I had an idea coming here, but that's all covered. If I go here, he can put his bishop there. So he avoided, oh, he defended the bishop by moving his knight. So yeah, his bishop is defended now. Okay. Gonna double rook still. That was all in the plan. He's looking at that pawn, huh? Yeah, anyway, let's double these rooks here. So now I'm threatening to get 2 pieces for a rook. Yeah, so he finally moves his pawn, letting my knight out of jail. Okay, here and here. Why don't I just ask this knight to move? Asking it to move again. Okay, so I go here, bishop takes, I take his bishop. If he tries some intermediate move, I can take his queen, so. That should give my queen some more safe squares to stand on. I have a problem with these doubled bishops. He could skewer them. Yeah, I can defend them, I guess, but I don't like that. It's not what I want. Push this pawn, maybe. Okay, let's set up for a mate here. That's silly. He's going to take my rook. This is your test of bravery, kids. Are you brave enough to take that rook? Apparently not. Okay. Okay, well, at least the bishops are defended now. If he moves this pawn, I have a check. Take here. Yeah, queen doesn't really have any good moves. I was just wondering if there was some way to get pressure on this knight. Yeah, this game was kind of a comedy of errors here. We can look at that. I think he was just maybe a little low on time. So let's see. I can leave my rook undefended now, because it's not under attack. Okay. Now, let's just go here, because I want to attack this pawn. And this one, yeah, this move here, rook here, is a fork. Although both pawns are defended. Anyway, my opponent ran out of time this time, so I'll count that as a win. Let's go to the analysis board just for a second. Let's look at this. So I'm winning here at the end, so it's good. If we back up, though, I'm winning through this. Yeah, he's winning here. And I'm winning here. Yeah, so that was just one bad move. But that's all it takes if your opponent is on his toes. Just one bad move will destroy you. So I should have pushed a pawn here. And that's the way to prosecute this win. It's like, materially, it's pretty close. I think it's identical. But I have the bishop pair. And the computer gives me an advantage of -5. So it's my queen is in a good position. My rooks are active. But the one move I couldn't play is this, the one I did. Yeah, leaves that undefended. And after he goes here, let's see, I can go here and threaten mate. But he can block it. And I don't really have a good... This is interesting. He can't take my rook. Looks like I'm giving up another rook, but if he does that, this will end up being a mate. That is interesting, because if he checks me, I can actually block, and he can't. He has got another check, and I eventually mate him. So there was a kind of a threat there, but not enough. Not enough of a threat. That was just a mistake.